delusional to start this show off right off top.
I'm telling you, it's a kickoff presented by Ram Trucks. He's Gary Striewski. I'm Jason Fitz. If you haven't hung out with us before, shame on you. We've been here every week. We're hanging out every Friday. Choice on you. Getting you caught up on everything that you need to know for the weekend.
And I'm trying to let the people know right before we started, we were talking about the AFC West bookending the NFL's Week 5. What a terrible, terrible Thursday Night Football game. First NFL game that featured 0 touchdowns this season. And, Monday Night Football going to cap with another AFC West. Are we going to call it a battle? Your Raiders against the Chiefs?
No, that's not good. I don't want to talk about Monday night. I do want to tell you, if you go read those chalk articles, somebody on those chalk articles told you to hammer the under in Indy, so I feel pretty good.
Yeah, make some quick money. What did you say about the Raiders, though?
Still going to make the playoffs. Raiders going to lose on Monday night and then go on a run. Look at their schedule. Fourth easiest schedule in the league after that.
And therein lies why I said delusional right after he said that before we started the show.
I can't work with
Anyway,
this.
let's talk college football, too.
Beer with friends is something that we're not ever going to have at this point because we're arguing. But I got to give a quick shout-out to my buddies, Old Dominion, Kenny Chesney. They have a new video out. You guys are watching. If you're watching football, I'm going to presume you've also heard of Kenny Chesney. But the cool thing about this video is they filmed it in stadiums all across the summer that they were in while they were on tour across the NFL, and then a little island beach time. So congrats to Old Dominion. Congrats to Kenny Chesney. Go check out Beer with My Friends. The video is out now. Unfortunately, Striewski and I not invited to participate.
Yeah, what the hell? I didn't get any beer or hang out with any friends.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're having a better time than we are already today on this show now that you've trashed my beloved Raiders. We're going to have an argument. All right, let's get you caught up on some of the action you need to know about. On Saturday, there are some games.
Yeah, dude,
of course,
this is a sexy slate.
This is why you can't sit there and really spend the summer talking about the best weekend, though, because everybody all summer was talking about A&M, Alabama. Ain't talking about it now.
Talking about it for all the wrong reasons. Who's playing quarterback for either team? Dude, I can't see. Maybe my vision's going bad, but whatever the over/under is for Sparty, Ohio State, it's not enough. Take the over.
Yeah, Ohio State by 625.
They're gonna smoke Sparty, but their first road game for Ohio State last season, you remember that game? C.J. Stroud had 6 touchdowns in the first half. The Buckeyes were up 49-zip after the first half. And now Michigan State has gotten worse, and Ohio State has gotten better. This is crazy.
Tuck going to get trucked. That's all I have to say about that. We'll get some expertise to help us. It is time for Built for Success, presented by Ram Trucks. And
Indeed.
I figure Gary and I mean, even though we're yoked, we're not built for success the way Roman Harper is. So, let's bring in Roman to help us out right now. And look, I'm just going to move because it should be noted. Roman, you got the shoe game on the desk. It looks good. What are we wearing?
Just some Jordan, blue Jordan ones today. I got the red ones for tomorrow with my suit. So you guys know me. If you ever see me, I like to dress nice. I've been dressing up since I was in the league. So wearing a suit every day, I kind of take pride in that.
The thing with Roman that he disclosed to us last week on SportsCenter is that he has so many suits that if he rocks one on a particular Saturday, take a good look. You're not going to see it for a long time. Not for another 2-3 years will you see that same getup. And that's when you know the man's wardrobe is deep.
All right, so speaking of things you might not see for a long time, we don't know what to expect from Bryce Young. Obviously, Roman, that's the biggest story right now for everybody. Quarterback injured. What do you think that does to Alabama's season?
Well, the biggest thing is Nick Saban's not going to put him back out there. He always talks about, allowing his players to build, stuff for themselves and allowing them to be the best version of themselves, and always talking about the monetary value for themselves. And they don't want to injure this thing anymore. They say it's a day-to-day issue. It's not a big deal. So why are we going to make it bigger than what it needs to be? So I think they will protect Bryce and do whatever's best for Bryce's future, not for Alabama's future. They're not going to hedge everything on this guy's shoulders, knowing how important he is, not only for this university, but for his own career, for just a couple college football game wins. It's too important for them.
So Alabama, despite Bryce Young's injury, still get the win in what Nick Saban said was psychologically going to be the toughest test for his Crimson Tide. They, of course, passed that test, and then I'll use the analogy, right? Smooth waters never made for a skilled sailor. So you almost kind of want a touch of that adversity. Yep. Roman, what did you learn from watching the redshirt quarterback and Jahmyr Gibbs and the likes of Alabama having to shoulder that load without Bryce?
That when Arkansas made that run, they didn't waver. They just found more ways to get better and continue to win. Also, finding ways to get your best playmaker the football, and that is Jahmyr Gibbs. When Bryce Young was out, Jalen Milroe stepped right in, threw a couple little screen passes, got him in some rhythm things going, and understanding that when he has a full week of practice, because the game plan was built for Bryce Young at quarterback, not for Jalen Milroe. So this offense may look completely different when we see them tomorrow, but as long as it involves Jalen, Jahmyr Gibbs, then they will be just fine because this guy's explosive. You saw that run right there. I think he hit 22.8 miles per hour, which is unheard of. It's kind of scary. And if you're an NFL prospect and you're a coach or a team, you're like, if anybody runs that fast, I'll take them very early on my team. I thank you for that because I can do anything I want with speed. You can't build it. You can't coach it. You don't even, it's really hard to game for it, too.
Yeah, I'm out here running 22.8 miles a year, so I don't know how that counts. All right, Roman, let's talk about another great playmaker, though, in college football, Hendon Hooker, right? So Tennessee out here looking dynamic, but they've got a gauntlet coming. They got Alabama, Kentucky, Georgia still on the schedule. How real can Tennessee's success be?
I think it could be extremely real. And, you know, it starts with Hendon Hooker, but it really ends with the defense of Tennessee. That their improvement on that side of the football has really improved and that they're forcing more turnovers. They're being more active. But everybody knows Hendon Hooker is the conductor of this train. It goes as he goes. He's very smart with the football. He doesn't turn it over a lot. And without his big play guys right there, Cedric Tillman, that the numbers and their offense has not slowed down. Jalen Hyatt, Brew McCoy, these other guys have stepped up on the outside. And because he's such a dual threat and his offense is able to attack you horizontally and vertically down the field, it just presents so many problems when you're trying to defend them. But the offense has always been good. The defense is where they're really starting to tighten the screws. And that's what's made the big change in their success so far this year.
Hey, Roman, we're going to get you out on this, and I want to talk about the shuffling at the top of the poll, right? Georgia falling to number 2. How close is your hand hovering to that panic meter after seeing now 2 real lackluster back-to-back weeks from this Georgia offense? Stetson Bennett hasn't thrown a passing touchdown in the last couple of weeks, and really they kept it too close to a Missouri team that they certainly should not have been that close with.
Well, I'm not pushing the panic meter. I watched Georgia, and Georgia's still the best team in the country. They're talented, they're big, they're physical. But it's all coming down to the little things for Georgia. Yes, and right there, you saw a negative run play. But Georgia actually found the run game for the first time all year long. And when you turn the football over and you don't take care of it and you're not doing the little things right discipline-wise on defense, you allow teams that you're better than to stay close or keep it closer. And that's all they need. Luckily, Missouri didn't score touchdowns, or Georgia would have lost this game. It's a totally different conversation that we're having right now. But Georgia won the game. And they've had a couple fourth-quarter games, which is actually good for them in the long run because now you're not having your first really tough game late in the year. It's right now. What's happened last year, their only tough game was in the SEC Championship, and they lost it. So for the first time, now you're getting these tough games out early. But it's really coming down to discipline, eye discipline, and the little things they're doing defensively. They got to tighten those things up. They'll be fine.
You can hang out with Roman all the time on the SEC Network. Watch him there. Everybody's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. We appreciate him hanging out with us. In the meantime, we got to get you ready for a slamming slate of Saturday action. My God, if I had any hair on these shaved arms.
I got the sixer for us.
Look at this.
It's going to make sense.
It's taken, what, a year and a third of this season, of this show, for us to finally get weird.
That's
and now now we're getting really weird. Look, Georgia last week almost
legally
loses to Missouri. They fall down to number 2. We have a wild top ranking, so we figured in honor of responsibility, we would do our own 6-pack of rankings. So
our O'Doul's 6-pack.
Our O'Doul's
rankings.
Exactly, 100%.
Disney program.
Now you see how this is going to work with MICKEY. What we're going to do is you're going to wildly remove a 6-pack and aggressively but carefully set it down in the appropriate position. And while you do that, I will show everybody on this beautiful touchscreen the corresponding numbers. So we'll let you go first, Gary. And you can sort of stake your claim as you go at number 6. Who you got at number 6?
Let's just crack open this party. And usually the first one's the party starter, but this one right here is the party finisher. Yes, Michigan is undefeated, and yes, they look impressive offensively, and the offensive efficiency from the quarterback play is great, and Blake Corum leads the nation with 10 rushing scores. I've never trusted Michigan, and I'm not going to start this year for whatever reason.
Oh, look at that. Michigan fans going to need one of those after you finish.
I understand that. And listen, I hope that they beat Ohio State, but, don't put them in the playoffs. You know what's going to happen.
They're going to get beat by 40 against Ohio State.
Yeah,
all right,
and that's a fact. Give me, all right, unfortunately,
West Coast bias.
This is Southern Cal, so this isn't like a wheatgrass beer situation that we got going on here. This is good old-fashioned an American lager, so it's certainly not an IPA. But give me USC, man. I still trust them. It's the weakest Power 5. I think USC has a B line to the playoffs if they continue to win, keep hanging up 40, 50 points a game, and they're only going to hit their stride. So give me SC, man. I think they're going to make some noise, and I still believe in Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley. Are you agreeing with me at this point?
Oh, no, I'm going to reorder your whole thing because this is trash.
My whole thing?
This is trash already. This is worse than the football game was last night. Keep going.
That was bad.
You're Russ Wilson.
Okay. Clemson. Give me Clemson at 4, all right? I mean, they're a perennial playoff team. All right, they're the quietest, undefeated top 5 team right now in college football. Maybe we've seen now 2 good weeks from DJU. Will Shipley obviously continues to be the binky, and I can never count out a Dabo coach team. I'm just not going to do it.
This is the first team in ranking that I'll give you this hint. We agree on. How do you like that?
Oh, okay, so we're going to...
I also have Clemson at 4.
I know we're going to disagree here. Dude, I just want to open one of these right now and quench my thirst. I'm not going to. It's only a 30-minute show.
It's root beer. It's fine.
Give me Ohio State. And I relived the point, and it doesn't really matter. But, I mean, they opened up the first 5 games of the season at home. I mean, I know it's Ohio State, and I know every single one of those receivers are going to be first, second-round picks and play on Sunday. I just think it's been too easy for them, so I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Their first road game, and it's freaking October? That's crazy. Ohio State at number 3. Here's my shakeup. Boom!
What's he going to do? What's he going to do? Georgia!
Dog. I know it wasn't pretty in Missouri. We were so high on Stetson Bennett. The dude was slinging for 3 bills. Couple straight weeks now where he hasn't had a throwing touchdown. And I bumped them to 2, as did, of course, the AP poll. Because what Georgia did with their starting quarterback, so too did Alabama in a more hostile territory in Fayetteville with their backup. So, yes, we know it's the SEC. They reload. Bryce Young, shoulder, questionable, of course. I like what I saw from the redshirt freshman in Jalen Milroe. So give me Bama, and I like this 6. This is a beautiful 6er. This is a beautiful 6er.
I want you guys to see the absolute trash opinions that I'm working with.
That's unreal.
This isn't even there's a difference between bad and just trolling. You must be trolling.
What are you talking about?
Gonna start. I'll tell you.
They almost lost to Missouri.
I'll tell you where these things. We're gonna start. I'm gonna give you the actual list. I'm gonna give you God's list because this is not right.
They almost lost to Missouri.
Can we start the back end first?
It doesn't matter. These are the only teams that actually count.
Well, we've got an agreement on all 4 of those teams, but not an agreement in the positioning of them at all. Okay, so let's start at the backside of this because you got that sort of wrong here. I'm going to go at number 6. I'm going to make sure it matches what I told everybody I was going to say because I'm a total professional.
You think 2 teams are getting in?
I think at number 6, we've got USC, all right? And USC, they're a good offense. Their defense, I don't trust. I know they've had a couple of better defensive games. But right now, body of work puts Michigan above them. All right, so I'm going to take 5 at Michigan, 6 at USC. This one's simple. I think there's a small difference between the 2 of them. So that's fine. At number 4, I'm going to keep your Clemson. That's fine. All right, now I'm going to make a couple of changes here. And these are important changes.
Okay.
At number 3.
Wow.
At number 3, I'm going to give you Roll Tide. Why? Because I'm going to be like the College Football Playoff Committee. I'm going to have to look at all the variables, right? I wasn't as impressed as you were, and I think without Bryce Young, they are in a world of hurt. And what version of Bryce Young they get the rest of the season is going to be substantial when everybody's gunning for him. There is a real possibility to me that an Alabama team I wasn't in love with is going to lose some games.
You throw enough darts at the board, you're going to hit. How long are they going to be without a 100% Bryce Young, right? It's still early-ish in the season. He will be fine, and there's a reason he's the best quarterback in the country.
I don't think he will be fine. I don't think he will be fine. By the way, I'm still putting Georgia as the top team in the country. Yeah, I know. Missouri was the tough one for them to win. They haven't looked good 2 weeks in a row. But frankly, this was my hardest debate. Ohio State versus Georgia. Alabama with Bryce Young, who I don't think is going to be normal all year.
This would make more sense to me than this does. We saw what Georgia has done the last 2 weeks, and they almost lost to the worst team in the SEC with all of their starters.
Yeah, when Alabama does that, we're like, oh, look at that plucky win. I'm just saying, tide rolling down. All right. That's our. He's mad. You think this is scary? You should see this.
Hey, yo. Yo.
We're nothing if not classy on this
the
show.
internet, but dang.
No, I don't know. I don't know about that. All right, Gary, we need to bring in a friend for this.
Yes,
so we're going to bring in our buddy, Eddie Royal, the trap god, coming in, hanging out with us. We're talking about
there he is.
The trap god. There.
Yeah, he is working.
So, Eddie, there's two things that I love. One is Halloween, right? And two is being a child. So, you know, we figured we'd play a little game, Spooky or Dookie, in honor of DK Metcalf, because we all saw it last week. Had to be carted off the field because DK had to, you know, he had to.
Hey, man, listen, nature calls, you pick up.
So, in honor of that.
Oh, she's going to leave a voicemail, and you don't want that.
We've got two emojis, right?
Hey, real quick, time out real quick. Yo, Eddie, spot the difference. You can't.
Oh, God.
You can't. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
Oh, man, that's bad.
I love me some Fitzy.
That's bad.
He is not Casper the Friendly Ghost today, all right? You know what? I was being nice to. I haven't mentioned the fact that the Raiders beat the Broncos yet. Now you guys are ganging up on me. I don't know.
Well, you roasted my shirt a couple of weeks ago, and Eddie didn't see the shirt, so this is just retribution.
Okay, that's fair.
And now we're cool.
The shirt was still trash. So here we're going to go.
I saw the shirt. It was fine. Get out of here.
Thank you. Thank you. You get out of here.
We're going to give you 5 college football topics.
Okay.
And we got 2 sticks, Spooky and Poop. All right, so you throw up the ghost if you think that this storyline is spooky, or throw up the, Dookie if you feel it's Dookie. First off, Clemson's title hopes, all right? Clemson has a 6.1% chance to win the college football national championship. So Clemson, the national champion, is that something you think like is total poop, or is that something that's okay? You think Clemson can win it?
I do. I mean, look, the offense is playing better now, right?
Okay.
DJ's got his confidence. The running game is rolling. We know what that defense is.
Yes.
So if you can score points, the defense is going to hold people. They're going to be fine.
Dang, dude, listen, I was going to go with Dookie, but this guy's seen more ACC football than any of us, so I'm leaning towards.
And the road is easy. It's not easy, but it's easy.
And then it gets difficult, come playoff time. I'm still going Dookie. I know that the offense has looked better in the last 2 weeks. I just need to see more explosion, and maybe it's just recency bias that Trevor Lawrence was the guy calling plays for the last couple of years, so maybe that's the level that we're expecting from this Clemson team. So right now I'm Dookie on him. I know.
I'm with Eddie Royal. I'm spooky.
Whoa, tides are turning.
Yeah,
I don't like this.
No, but you make a really good point about it's an easier path. I think Clemson has a very clear-cut path to the ACC championship game. We're holding them to a very high standard because of what we see every year from Clemson. Fact is, they've gotten better every week, right? And so when you get to this playoff run, why not? They got a shot.
Everybody has a shot.
Okay.
Everybody has a shot.
Not everybody. What about Miami? Miami's up next year. Miami 2-2. They lose to A&M and MTSU. So Miami overall, where are we on Miami? Spooky?
Come on.
Or Dookie?
Bro.
Yeah, bro, what are we doing?
Because it was the hype going into the year, the new coach, the new AD, Tyler Van Dyke was hot. Like, everybody thought this was the year for Miami, and they let us down. Same old Miami. Like, it sucks to say, but it's same old Miami.
I'm going Dookie here, too. I mean, Tyler Van Dyke, right? He was one of the hottest things, or at least like, this guy's going to surprise some people. And then last week he gets benched, right? So, I mean, every week 1, week 0, it's like, dang, Miami's back, hanging 70 up on Bethune-Cookman or whatever, and then it's like, stupid mistakes, dumb losses.
Bad defense.
Middle Tennessee State never beaten, an FBS team like Miami, and they did just the other week. Like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out on them too. I just wanted to hold up the poop emoji with you guys. You guys said everything right. Let's move to the next one. Syracuse, all right?
Hey.
What am I asking? But here, it's Syracuse's undefeated hopes. They're 5-0.
Yes.
But look at what's left on their schedule. You can see it on the screen.
Right.
They still got NC State, Clemson, Wake Forest.
I can't throw this up fast enough. Like, are you kidding me?
Whoa, Eddie. Okay.
Syracuse,
All right, let's hear it.
I mean, Garrett Schrader's playing great, out of his mind. Robert Deny, great hire. Sean Tucker just got rolling, 200-yard game. But I'm like, come on, man. They don't have enough threats at the receiver position to go undefeated. I do like the defense, but bro, it's a lot of tough teams on that. NC State, you got Florida State,
Wake. That's a scary slate.
I got 5. I'm going Duke. I'm cutting them off and going Dookie here. So I got 5 here. I got NC State, they'll lose. Clemson, they'll lose. Notre Dame, they'll lose. Pitt, they'll lose. Wake Forest, they'll lose. Actually, they might lose to Florida State, too. I might still have 6 losses left on their schedule.
The only reason I'm going to say spooky, I'm not even wearing this hat as a Syracuse backer. I'm wearing this hat as their opponents. Do you think any of their opponents, the way Syracuse is playing right now, wants any of what Dino and them boys are cooking up? I don't know. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I'm majority Dookie. All I'm saying is right now they're a spooky opponent.
Oh, man, you're just trying to stay on Santa's nice list, and it's too early for that. We got to get to Halloween
It's a bad take, but, I just wanted to be contrarian
it's
for
a trash
second.
All right. Well, let's see where we are in Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech right now, 2-3. They have 20-plus point defeats in consecutive games against West Virginia and North Carolina. Virginia Tech, where are we? Spooky?
Oh,
or
man.
We're gonna do our bro like that. All right, you want me to go first?
Go first,
All right, listen, man. Just revisit those stats, man. It's all love here, and it's unfortunate. And I really want to trade places with Fitz right now, just like in terms of where I'm standing, because
like
I'm
you, bro.
I know. I'm in striking distance.
Too early. It's too early.
And I'm feeling a whole lot like Jordan Poole right now. So Jason, take this away.
This segment is supposed to be more Jordan Peele, not Jordan Poole. Yeah, I'm gonna go spooky.
Okay.
I'm going spooky because Eddie's here. Now, here's the thing. We got to remember that Virginia Tech has gone through their fair share of change over the last few years. I just think sometimes when you bring new people in, it takes a second. So, look, I have patience with Virginia Tech. Are they going to be a national championship team this year or in the immediate future? No, but can they set things in the right direction? Got to give them time.
Damn. I agree. I mean, it's a rebuild. It's not. We knew it wasn't going to be a great year. Nobody expected ODU lost, but we knew it wasn't going to be great. Give Brent Pry some time. Get some recruits in there. Give us a couple years. We'll be back.
Just wanted to revisit. This was a.
You want to revisit that shirt take now that he's trash?
I know, right?
That shirt is trash.
Playoff chances, and that's kind of what I'm basing my answers around.
The only thing that can save the show at this point is a conference call with the great Christine Williamson. Here she is.
Hello, friends. Christine here, obviously, and I know I'm in a car, but I was just walking on University of Kansas's campus for like the last 3 hours. I wanted to get into some AC, but I promise I'm still on campus. I don't know what's behind me, so I can't really prove it to you. The reason I was walking outside for about 3 hours was because I was actually hanging out with 3 super seniors, and when I say super, I mean 6th year seniors, Jelani Arnold, Caleb Sampson, and Sam Burt, and they've all been here since 2017. They're the old guys on the team, and we were talking about the fact that game day has never been here. They never thought that game day would be here in their lives, or at least in their time while being on this roster. Jelani talked about the time that they were 0-9, so he remembers that. The one other thing that he told me, which I think is crazy, is when you talk about the culture shift at Kansas, he said at one point when he was going to classes as a football student, he used to have to hide himself in the back of the class, put on a hoodie, not make himself known because it was so embarrassing to be a football player at Kansas. Like at KU, it's a basketball school, as we obviously know. Game day was literally here last year for their basketball season. But he said that they used to hide in the back of the class. And so now, obviously, he doesn't have to do this. We're walking around on campus and people were excited to see them, dapping them up. We threw some pies in some kids' faces, which is another story. But it's good to be here. Can't wait for game day on Saturday. It's going to be electrifying when TCU comes to town.
I'm still a little weirded out by Christine just sitting in her car while she's doing that, but it works. That's what makes her a rock star. Check out all the action you could possibly need tomorrow, 8:30 to 9 a.m. You got Countdown to Game Day right here on your streaming platforms. Harry Douglas, Harry Lyles Jr., Christine Williamson from 7 to 8 p.m. I'm hanging out with A.J. McCarron. You do not want to miss that for the college football show. And the wrap-up with Scooby McGezza and A.J. from 11 to 11:30 p.m. Eastern. Basically, anywhere that you want college football, we've got you covered. In the meantime, Eddie Royal, it's time to play a game. All right, now, it's important. We like to bring tail games into this. You guys see the table. You realize this is Flip Cup, but we're doing the Flip Cup where you go back and forth, and we're going to add a trivia element. When it gets to an X on either side, then there's going to be a trivia question that will pop up on the board. I do not have them. We do not have the answers. You get a point if you get the trivia question right. The most important thing, Eddie, to know here is if it's not going well for you, cheat, because that's what eventually happens. They planned these games out for us, and then we took, 4 hours to get their beer pong last time.
It's 2v1. Why are you telling our opponent to cheat?
Actually, integrity is important. Integrity is important. Hey, Gary,
we're watching.
Cheat.
So are these cameras.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to flip it off. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, so you start, and yeah.
Bro, why you on that spot? You already cheating.
Wait.
All right, so
Sides?
the question. Who leads the ACC in passing touchdowns this season? Don't answer it.
Can't answer
you can think about it while you're playing. And now you start playing the Flip Cup. I'm going to move the one in the middle.
There's one.
Oh, there's one. All right.
Oh, no.
Come on, Gary.
Yeah.
Gary, come on, Gary.
Hey,
He moved it.
No. Bro.
Come on.
Oh, he's back this way. Oh, he's back out. Oh, Eddie Royal.
Break May.
For 1 point, Eddie. Who leads the ACC in passing touchdowns?
May.
Oh,
Easy.
man. He got that.
I don't know. I need to see it. Dang it. Yeah, he's right. All right. I mean, okay, that was a tie, and we're teammates, man. You got to listen. All right, it's whatever.
Eddie is our guest,
It's
okay?
whatever. It's whatever, man. The guest didn't even bring anything to drink. All right. All right. Question
good.
2 of 6.
I don't know what
you
I'm
stretch
doing
a little
over
bit lower. All right, here we go. Who leads the ACC in rushing yards this season?
I have no idea.
Go. This is easy.
Good, you'll have to give me a hint.
Hey,
Gosh, dang it. Come on, Fitzy. We need something out of you here. Gosh, darn it.
Bro, come on.
Well, what's the answer?
It was Israel Banakanda. Then he got hurt. Then Sean Tucker had a 200.
Wow, dude. Oh, shoot. I'm about to fall in the
200
fire.
yards, 3 touchdowns, my man.
I've been waiting every week to read a Banakanda highlights just so I can say my Banakanda don't want none unless they got buns. So.
Eddie's going to leave now.
Never happens. All right.
All right, hold on. I'm actually glad he got that one because I don't think we would have got that answer.
I'd be embarrassed if I didn't know that.
But
It is my
probably
confidence.
fair.
I'd be embarrassed for you, too.
Right.
that is fair. All right. Well, it's 2-0, bad guys, and
I
we're
got
gonna
this
see.
one.
This is bad.
Okay.
Hey,
Yo, you
Fitzy.
started already. I got one. I got one.
How many games?
That's it. I just
Bro,
won.
wait, what are we doing?
What is the question? Clemson.
Oh, wait.
Clemson
five.
won. How many games in a row have they won at home?
You got to get this right.
37.
Nope.
Yeah. No. He's
Yes,
right.
it is. It was 36, and then they
36
won
going into it.
37.
See,
It's
I'm glad you
3-0.
didn't get it. I'm glad you
Well, no,
didn't.
I would have said there. I was just trying to throw them off.
This is y'all game. I'm kicking y'all.
You can say it's
Now
the
you
internet,
can't.
bro.
Nah,
Yeah.
Sorry, I won't.
But,
All right. We got more. It's 3-0 now.
bro, can,
3-0.
Bad,
yo,
bro.
can we see some?
See, you know what? You know what the problem is? We're flipping back and forth. We're never getting a rhythm.
No rhythm?
We're never getting a rhythm.
Here,
You're never getting a rhythm.
It's me.
All right,
versus
the
Eddie
question
Royal.
is, name the 7 ACC teams ranked in the AP Top 25 this season.
Boom.
Oh, we got
I don't know
one.
that.
We got
Go
one.
back.
We got one. Ah! We got one. Boom! Got one.
Wait,
No,
what?
you got. I got one too.
No. Come
No
on.
chance y'all get this right anyway.
Oh, got it! Got it!
Good luck. Name them.
Hey. Hey, whoa,
Hold on.
Hold on. Whoa.
If you get it wrong, I get a chance to get the point, right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
yes.
Hey, two
Go
brains right here. Clemson.
Easy.
Okay.
Sure.
NC State.
Okay.
NC State.
There we go.
Boom.
That's-
Miami's
that's
no
it.
longer. Hey, whoa. Chill.
Clemson, NC State.
Can we phone a friend?
Wake Forest.
There you
Oh, yeah,
go.
Wake Forest.
North Carolina.
Syracuse.
Syracuse is undefeated, but are they? I don't know.
Pitt. I feel bad.
Pitt,
I give you Pitt.
Hey, we were gonna get
I'm
there.
trying to
Hey,
get
we were
you.
gonna get there. Hey,
That's fine.
We're running out of time
Hey,
here. We're
come
running
on,
out.
real quick.
See, they even gave you the answer.
Like I
Wait.
said, Clemson, NC State, Wake Forest, Miami, Pitt, FSU, and Syracuse.
Florida State. You weren't going to get
Hold
Florida
on.
State.
Miami's ranked right now? Is this preseason?
No, I think they were at some point.
Okay, and that's what I was trying to get to.
I don't know ACC teams that have been ranked at any point this season.
Okay, see, I
it's
thought,
a failed question.
I thought there were
It's a failed
7
question.
currently, and that's why I didn't say Miami.
But you didn't say Florida State. You didn't say Pitt.
Because I didn't know that it wasn't current. Wait, what? Eddie
won.
Eddie didn't.
I still won.
Wait, do we have one question left? We have one question left? Who has the most punt return yards? Go!
One.
Come on.
Oh! He gets it, and he has it. He gets it, and he's got it.
Hey!
Go, dude.
Look at that. Look at that. I mean, looks the same.
And
They cut off half my favorite weird. Hats fitting weird. I don't know.
What's your favorite one of all the punt returns that you can remember?
Clemson.
In Clemson.
It was a Thursday night game. Went into Clemson, kicked their, you know what? I had 2 punt returns for touchdowns that day. One got called back.
1,296 career punt return yards, 3 touchdowns, 3rd in school history with the 1,376 career kick return yards.
And just a quick reminder, he's not wearing shoulder pads there. Those are his traps, guys.
That's just what
I'm
happens.
telling you, it was shrug day, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Good old days.
All I know is that we just got our ass kicked again on a tailgate
that's
game.
facts.
I don't know why we keep doing this to ourselves. Nobody's going to invite us to a tailgate. Eddie Royal, Gary Striewski, for everybody behind the scenes that makes this show happen, we appreciate you watching. I'm Jason Fitz. This has been the Kickoff presented by Ram Trucks. Come back next week. We'll be better.
That's it. Yeah, we're going to try.